Can you believe it? Hybrid Theory turns 20 years old this year in October. And this was such an important album for me in my musical journey. I remember having it etched into my brain to the point where I could sing every lyric from memory. It was also one of those albums that helped me shape my taste in music. It was like a gateway drug into metal and discovering all those bands and sounds I never dreamed existed. Say what you want about this early 2000s new metal scene, but this was one very positive side effect of it for many people. My name is Marek and you are watching Talking Records, channel with band interviews, album reviews and some concert photography. And today let's take a look at Mike Shinoda's sophomore solo album Dropped Frames Volume 1. Thank you for watching, cheers! Mike Shinoda always struck me as an artist who's always evolving in his creativity. He also always comes across very sympathetic and positive, plus dude got some undeniable songwriting skills. He tried different things musically, for example with Fourth Minor, and he was also involved in creating the visual side of Linkin Park's image. In 2018 he released his first solo album Post Traumatic, where he dealt with tragic loss of Chester Bennington. It was such a raw and honest album filled with cathartic emotions, but it also marked a new chapter in his life and career. And to further prove my point about him being in a constant state of creative evolution, take a look at how this album came into existence. During the lockdown caused by pandemic, Mike was doing live streams on Twitch, where he was working on new music while taking suggestions from fans as to which direction specific track could take. I appreciate this vibe of openness and the collaborative nature of Dropped Frames, especially during these social distancing times we happen to be living in. He is not hiding his music production secrets like it's some kind of mystical knowledge attainable only to chosen ones, instead inviting everyone into the process. All the way through this mostly instrumental album we have this vibrant collage of styles and moods. And that is the thing with instrumentals. Our imagination builds some kind of visuals in our mind, some kind of narration, stories evoked by the music. Opening track Open Door kick things off right from the start, stylistically being the closest thing to post-traumatic on this album. Unfortunately, this is the only song featuring vocals. Nevertheless, I like the energy and uplifting spirit of lyrics, so needed during these times. Plus the awesome, vigorous chorus, beautifully harmonized by 7 fans chosen by Mike to sing it. Super Galactica, made with virtual instrument emulating Game Boy, sounds both futuristic and weirdly nostalgic at the same time. It is this little thing, but the fact that there are Game Boy sounds on this song makes me honestly happy, and this is just the beginning of this journey through a wide array of styles, genres and influences. With almost all of the tracks being instrumental, you will often get this soundtrack vibe. That's how the Bollywood-inspired banger Cupcake Cake feels. Also El Rey Demonio, which is like El Mariachi meets From Dusk Till Dawn. In a very unlikely possibility of a future crossover between those two movies, this one is ready to go on the soundtrack right away. Things get more upbeat and lighter on Doodlebuzz with dubstep-ish wobble bass. It gives me this relaxed summer evening kind of vibe accentuated by breezy guitar at the end. It segues into Channeling Part 1. This one was built over an improvised and unedited one-take drumming from Dan Mayo, Mike's solo act drummer. Right from the very first note of West African Fula flute on Osiris, I thought about Nobody's Listening from Meteora. I remember how different from the rest of the album it was, but it was also one of my favorite moments on Meteora. Session Max Session Phase is like a mixture of trip-hop and hip-hop ingredients with some dub sprinkled in the middle of it all. Atmosphere on this one is something else, there is something special about it and I would love to hear someone rapping over it. Dropped Frames got this instrumental mixtape feel to it, like a tapestry of colorful and vibrant musical graffitis, each with their own personality and energy. It was made without pressure, coming from place of love for music and creativity. It is meant to give you some joy, but also maybe inspire you in your own creative endeavors. Maybe you are a music producer and this album will stimulate your imagination and get you out of your creative rut. You can use it as a soundtrack to a video game session, or cleaning your room, or hanging with your friends. From my experience, I can tell it works great at the gym during workout too. Don't go into it expecting another Post-Traumatic or Linkin Park or Fort Minor or anything like that, because you will be disappointed. Just have fun with it. I really have only two problems with dropped frames. I can't help but think that adding more vocals could potentially elevate this project to a whole new level. Some more of those intense bars from Mike, like in Open Door, could have spiced things up for sure. The second one is the closing track, Booty Down. I get that it was meant as a joke, and it's not like it ruins the experience for me. After all, it's only 57 seconds long. It's just that Neon Cricket ends on such a nice, almost contemplative note, bringing some early Linkin Park vibes to the table that I would personally prefer for the album to end there. But still, I love melodic punchy beats like The Next Guy, and Dropped Frames Volume 1 left me satisfied, and it never fails putting me in a good mood. You can always count on Mike Shinoda to deliver the goods. It also reminds me of a beauty of making art, creating something from scratch and having the satisfaction of achieving something you and others can enjoy. And apparently Volume 2 is already finished and the third one is also on its way. Thank you everyone for watching my review of Dropped Frames Volume 1 by Mike Shinoda. Don't forget to check out my other videos and I will see you next time. Cheers.